Hello and a very warm welcome to all my dear friends. Well, in this session, we are going to go through the IMO Class 5 paper. Now, this is one of the latest sample papers for IMO. So, it roughly covers most of the syllabus that will be asked in the IMO paper. Now, here we have given limited time for you to solve each question. Well, if you think the time is too less, you can pause the video and then solve the question and match it with the answer that we provide. These are not very tough questions, but it is a test of how you approach them to get to the right answer. So, without any delay, let's get started with the sample paper for IMO for class 5, and I wish you all the best for this question paper ahead. This paper is going to have 4 sections: the logical reasoning, mathematical reasoning, everyday mathematics, and the achiever section. The first section would be the logical reasoning.
Here is our first question. Shelly is ordering a skirt from a catalog. She can choose one of 2 lengths, a short skirt and a long skirt. Then she can choose one of 3 fabric patterns: stripes, plaid or flowers. At most, how many different combinations could Shelly order, choosing a length and a fabric pattern? Your time starts now. Well, for one length of skirt, you have 3 patterns available for you. So with 1, you have 3 combo. Hence with 2 skirts, you will have 2 times 3 combinations. So your answer would be 2 times 3, which is 6. Next question. Find the number of cubes in the given figure. Your time starts now. Well, let's take a look at this image here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the cubes facing us. Then we count the side cubes: 6, 7, 8. Remember, we do not count this one because it's part of cube number 5. So far we have 8 cubes. Now let's count the upper cube 9th one and the cube in center 10th one. Remaining 2 cubes behind, which would be 11th and 12th cube. Hence your answer is option B, 12. Let's look at the next question. Find the odd one out from these given numbers. Your time starts now. Well, if you take a deeper look, what you will get is that 7 is a prime number. Hence, this is your odd one out. All others have more than 2 factors. Hence, your answer is option A. Next question. Which of the following is 9th to the right of the 17th from the right end of the given arrangement? Here is the given arrangement. I have enlarged it for you for ease of solving. Your time starts now. Well, if you look at this arrangement, you need to find 17th from the right end. This is the right end, hence 17th from here. And then you need to find 9th to the right of the 17th. That is, once you find a position here, you again have to find 9 positions to the right hand side. So looking at this image, you can find out that you need to find 17th minus 9, which is 8th position from the right hand side, and the 8th position from the right hand side is the letter A. So your answer is option A. Next question. If you are 11th in a queue starting either end, how many are there in the queue? Let's look at the solution. So let's plot a number line where you are standing on the 11th position and 11th is supposed to be the center position. So if 11th is center, definitely you cannot have 11 people standing in front because that will make your position 12th. Hence we have two equally numbered sides. If you're in 11th position, that means 10 people are standing in front of you. And since we know that the same number are standing in back, we will add 10 there. Hence the total number of people in the queue are 10 plus the center position. Hence it is 21. Let's go to our next question. Choose the two-dimensional figure that represents the three-dimensional figure when viewed from the top. Your time starts now. Well, let's look at this figure. Now, we need to draw this cube, these, and this cube in two-dimensional, which would be our option D. So, your answer is option D, which is 3 on the top and 1 on either side. The next question needs us to find the mirror image of sun. If the mirror is placed vertically to the left, so what would be the answer? Well, let's write the figure sun here, and we know that the mirror is placed vertically to the left. So when you want to invert it vertically on the other side, it will appear something like this, with S being the last letter and N being the first letter in inverted form. Hence your right answer is option D. Now with that, we come to the end of the logical reasoning section.
Well, I hope you did well in the logical reasoning section. Now we are going to head to the next section, which is the mathematical reasoning. So let's get started.
Here is the first question. Which figure has an area of 8 square units and a perimeter of 12 units? Remember, each square is a block of side measuring 1 unit. Your time starts now. Well, remember, area would be length times breadth and perimeter would be the sum of the lengths of each side. Hence, if we look at these images, the two blocks which have 8 blocks making it 8 square units are B and D, which are these. But now we also need the perimeter to be 12. That is the lengths of all sides to be 12. In case of the upper figure, the above two lengths, that is the length of both sides, is 4 units and the breadth is 2 units, which if you add together will come to 12, which matches our answer. However, in the lower figure, well, the length of both sides would be 8 units because 8 blocks of 1 are placed next to each other, and this itself is 16, which is more than 12 units. So our answer is clearly option B. Now let's go to our next question, which says, the line graph shows the number of people who visited a museum from March to July. Take help of this chart below. How many more visitors were there in April than in June? Here are your options. Your time starts now. Well, if you look at April, there are 350 people, and if you look at June, which is this month, there are 250 people. This is how we plot the numbers. And how many more visitors were there? So for that, we need to subtract the number of people in April from June, and your answer would be 100. So your answer is option D. Now the next question reads, how many angles inside the figure are greater than right angle? So if you look at the image, all the angles with the edges or at the points are actually acute angle because they are less than 90, and all the inner edges or the inner points are obtuse angle because they are more than 90. So if you look, the number of obtuse angle are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So your right answer is option C, 7. Let's go to the next question, which is a fraction question, and we need to find what fraction of the figures are the heart in the box. Your time starts now. Well, this is an easy one. So to find this fraction, you need to find number of boxes with hearts divided by or upon total number of boxes. Now the number of boxes and hearts, if you count, are actually equal to 6, and the total number of boxes, so 4 columns and 6 rows, 4 times 6 is 24. Now this we'll further divide each by 6, and the answer that we will get is 1 by 4. So your answer is option A. Next question. Katrina went to watch a movie. The time at which movie started and ended are shown on the given two clocks. How long did the movie last? Well, this would be an easy one. So here you have your starting time, which is 7:15. Now simply add 2 hours to it. That will make it 9:15. And now we need the minute hand to come to 12 to make it 10, and that is equal to more 45 minutes, which will get us to the final time, which is the ending time of 10 o'clock. Hence your answer is 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is option B. Next question is, select the correct match of Roman numerals with the Hindu Arabic numerals. Here are the options. Choose the right answer now. Well, let's go through the answers and eliminate the wrong ones. In case of the first one, it is 300. 300 means C, 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 because C is 100. But here there are only 2, so this is not right. Coming to the next one, it's 769. D is 500 plus 100 plus 100. So 5 plus 100 plus 100 is 700. So we have the first hundreds correct. Then it is tens, which is 60. So L is 50 and X is 10. 50 plus 10 is 60. So our tens is also right. And our units is 9. So this is also right. So our right answer is option B. We need not go any further. But if you still want to check, this is 3000, which is 3 M's, and 300, again just 2 X's. So wrong. And the next one is 5000, but there are no thousands here. So this is also incorrect. Well, with this, now let's go to our next question, which reads, the total non-square numbers that lie between the square of 30 and 31 are what? Well, this may sound difficult, but it's a very easy question. Take a look and spot the right answer. Well, if you plot on a number line, 30 square is 900 and 31 square is 961. And we need to find the numbers between 900 and 961 which are non-square. If there would have been any number in between 30-31, that square would have been the next square number, but it is missing. So the total number of non-square numbers between this is from 901 to 960, which is 60 numbers. So your answer is option C. Now with this, we come to the end of mathematical reasoning.
So now we are at our everyday mathematics section. I hope things have been good for you so far, and they will be ahead also. So let's start this section.
Here is the first question in this section, which says, Harry had 500 coins in a jar. He sorted the coins into 25 different stacks. Each stack had equal number of coins. How many coins were there in each stack? Well, the question itself will quickly give you the answer. Well, all we need to do is that 500 coins need to be stacked in 25 different stacks and each are equally stacked. That means we need to divide 500 by 25 and this answer is 20 because 25 times 2 is 50 and then an additional 0. Hence it makes it 20. So your answer is option A. Next one. There are 914 students enrolled in elementary school. Middle school has 276 fewer students than elementary school. How many students are enrolled at middle school? Yes, this section has lot of easy basic questions. It's just about calculating it right. Well, so the number of students in elementary school are 914 and the ones in middle school are 276 lesser than the ones in elementary school, which is this equation, and this is equal to 914 minus 276, which is option D, 638. A quick way to come to option D is just subtract the 1. So this would carry 1 from here, making it 14 minus 6, which is 8 in 1's place. So that's a quick way to come to the answer without solving the full thing. Let's go to our next question. This says, Tom left home at 7:15 a.m. to go to work. He returned home at 4:45 p.m. How long Tom was away from home? Easy one. Where the answer here is 4:45 p.m. that is the ending time minus 7:15 a.m. Now, you remember to convert to p.m. all we need to do is add 12 plus 4. So, this entire times becomes 16:45. From that, you subtract 7:15 hours. So, this gives us 30 and here 16 minus 7 is 9. So 9 hours 30 minutes is your right answer. So remember, AM does not need to be converted, but PM can be converted into hours by adding 12 to the hours passed by. Let's go to our next question, which reads, my older brother is 6 years older than I am. The sum of our ages is 30. How old is my older brother? Your time starts now. Well, these age problems are also very common. So do practice age problems for your IMO. So let's say my age is X and my oldest brother's age would be X plus 6 because he's 6 years older. And the sum of our ages, which is X plus 6 is 30. Now once you have this equation, it's easy to solve. So X plus X is 2X plus 6 is equal to 30. Now I will reduce 6 from both sides. So my 2x is 30 minus 6, which is 24. And x I need to divide by 2 both sides. So this will be 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So your answer that my age is 12. But wait here. What they are asking is how old is my older brother? So my answer will be 12 plus 6, which is equal to 18. So your answer is option B, 18. With this, we come to the end of everyday mathematics section.
And finally, a few questions from the achiever section. Let's see how it goes.
The first question here is, part of a scale is shown below. What is the value of reading at X? Here is your question. Find your answer. Well, the way to solve it is, first we need to take one interval and find the difference between the two, which is nothing but 0.1. Now, we need to divide 0.1 equally in 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 intervals. So, 0.1 divided by 5 will give you 0.02. And hence, each interval is 0.02. So, this is 10.02. plus 0.02, which is 10.04. So your answer is option B, 10.04. Let's go to our next question, which asks, Vivek rented a bicycle for 3 hours. How much did he pay? Here is your information on the rent. That first hour is 7 rupees and every additional half hour is 3 rupees. Your time starts now. Well, to solve here, we need to find the rent for 3 hours. So for first hour, it is 7 rupees, which is clear. For second hour, which is 2 half an hours, it will be 3 plus 3 because every additional half an hour is rupees 3. And for third hour, again it is 2 half an hours, which will be 3 plus 3. And if we add all of them together, our answer will be 19. So your answer is option B, 19. Well, with that, we come to the end of the sample paper for IMO for grade 5. I hope with this you got a fair idea of the kind of questions that are being asked here.
Well, I hope this was a beneficial session for you. For any queries or clarifications, please feel free to reach out to us at any of our social media handles. And do look out the space for more such videos. Hence, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. So, till we meet again, take care.